Asteromorphs, descendants of the spacers. Initially refugees, the spacers were quick to master the vastness of interstellar space. Their isolated space arcs joined together and multiplied to form a gigantic interlocked artifact that was large enough to contain entire worlds. But no planets lay inside the Asteromorphs' capital, only cavernous, gravity-free bubbles where the inhabitants could finally develop to their fullest. Freed from the constraints of weight, their bodies grew spindly and insectile, with individual digits extending into multitudes of thin, versatile limbs. Other than these, the only developed organs were their derived jet sphincters, which went on to become the principal means of locomotion. But above all were their brains, their bulging, swollen brains. With no hindrance from gravity, the human brain could grow into unprecedented sizes. Each generation devised experiments that produced offspring with greater cranial capacity, giving rise to beings who went through their everyday lives thinking in concepts and structures scarcely comprehensible to people of today. The physiological limitations of the human mind had been long since debated. Now it was established that these limits were indeed real, and individuals who could break them would likewise conquer new grounds in philosophy, art, and science. Everything changed. Yet some aspects of humanity, such as the basic desire to expand, remained. To this end, the Asteromorphs built great fleets of globular subarcs and spread their influence across the heavens into every stellar cluster and every star system. Within less than 1,000 years, the galaxy was straddled by a new and far more alien empire of man. Strangely enough, its dominion included none of the newly emerged post-human species, for its masters had completely lost interest in planets, those stunting, gravity-chained balls of dirt and ice. The newborn ark settled comfortably in the outer rims of star systems, quietly observing the lives of their struggling relatives. For the first time in history, there were actual gods in the myriad human skies. They were silent and weren't even noticed for most of the time, but their watchfulness was ultimately going to pay off.